Hi, my name is Jen. I'm the owner of My Brooklyn Pilates, and happy Pilates Day! The first Saturday of May every year, in this case, May 7th, 2022, is Pilates Day. And what is Pilates? What's that? It's a weird name, a weird name for a form of exercise. First of all, it's a form of exercise. Second of all, it's named after Joseph Pilates, so it's someone's last name. And he called it contrology, or the study of control. I would say that is the best way to describe Pilates, is it is mindful, purposeful movement, that it's done with very little to no momentum. And I would compare it to yoga, is probably a similar form of Feldenkrais method, is also kind of incorporated into Pilates as well. And so let's get started with our little workout for Pilates Day. So all you need is a chair and yourself. I'm going to sit just for today, just slightly forward on your chair, so you're not resting back. And we're going to do a little bit of breathing. We're going to find some good posture, some good sitting posture, and then continue on from there. So first, make a triangle with your hands, place it onto your lower belly, and take a breath into your hands, filling your belly with air. And then see if you can deflate that balloon. Deflate that balloon and draw it back in. So the belly's going to go forward and back. You can think of also your abdominals wrapping around like a corset from back to front. Or zipping up a pair of jeans from your pubic bone up to your navel. And then keep the belly drawing in. Slide your hands up to your rib cage with your fingers in the front and thumbs in the back. And breathe into your ribs this time. And the exhale is the same. For now, think about breathing to the right and to the left, into your right hand and into your left hand. One more time like this. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see the next breathing exercise. It's essentially the same breathing exercise. We're just going to breathe into the front of the rib cage and the back of the rib cage. So place one hand on your breastbone, one hand palm facing back, or the back of the hand facing your rib cage, below your shoulder blades, below your bra strap, and breathe equally into both hands. And when you breathe out, can you go taller? Can you draw your belly in? Can you wrap those abdominals around from back to front? Can you zip up your jeans? One more time doing this rib cage breathing. And that's the breathing we're going to use for the remainder of this little workout. So to find our good posture, because a lot of us end up here, and then we try to fix ourselves, and we end up squeezing our shoulder blades, and we end up somewhere back here. We really want to be somewhere in the middle. So first, reach your fingertips forward. Open your arms out to a T. When you wiggle your fingers, you should be able to see your fingers in your peripheral vision. And then grow a little bit taller without lifting the chin, just the top of the head towards the ceiling. And float your arms down by your sides. And just stay here for a moment and close your eyes. Take a couple more of those rib cage breaths. And feel how your arms feel. Feel how your chest feels and your collarbones feel. Feel how your shoulder blades feel. Then just sort of resting on your rib cage. The arms are just hanging off the shoulders, that there's no tension there. And then keeping that position, place your hands onto your chest and keeping your spine nice and straight. We call it neutral spine. Tip yourself a little bit forward until you start to feel your abdominals activated, your back muscles tighten, and then tip yourself back. And again, feeling those abdominals activated. And keep breathing in and out. One more time like this, and then we're going to find the spot right in the middle. And you're trying to find that spot where you don't have to work hard. You can just sort of balance here with all your bones stacked on top of each other. And if you have to sit for a long period of time, not that you have to sit rigid like this all the time, but consider this home base. This is home. You can move out of home, and then can you find home again? Okay? So think Dorothy, click your heels together and find home. There's no place like home. In this case, neutral pelvis and neutral spine. So there's a couple tips for finding that position, especially if you have to sit at a desk for a long period of time and you start to catch this happening or this happening. You want to find that home base, find your home base, and know that you can leave home, but you always want to come back to it. Okay, so next we're going to do is just going to start, we're going to work from head to toes for a little stretch, a little warm up. You're going to bring your chin towards your throat and then lift your chin up towards the ceiling, just nodding your head yes, and follow with your eyes, looking down and looking up. One more time. And then come back to center and turn your head to one side, turning your eyes as well, and to the other side. And just stay in a comfortable range of motion, trying to get it to match to one side and the other. And then come back to center, do the same thing, tipping your head, so bringing one ear towards one shoulder and one ear towards the other shoulder. Oh, and this is Cece the cat, so if you follow me on YouTube, she's in a lot of the videos. She likes Pilates too. And then come back to center. And now bring your shoulders up to your ears and away from your ears. And can you get them to match? So you may notice that one wants to go higher than the other. Can you get them to feel the same? And you don't necessarily need a mirror in front of you. You could practice with a mirror first, but we're going more for how it feels than how it looks. And then reach your arms out to the right and to the left, keeping your hips still, your feet still, and check that your feet are not, off to one side or off to the other, way out in front or spread wide, but right underneath your knees. And open your arms out to a T and reach to one side and then reach to the other side. Just notice how it feels to go to one side versus the other. And can you make it about the same to both sides? You may notice that one side's easier than the other. One more time. Come back to center. Place your hands onto the back of your head. I like to rest just one hand on top of the other. You're welcome to link them or have your hands closer to your ears, a little wider hand position. That's fine. And have your elbows in your peripheral vision. Imagine you have the lap belt of a seat belt on that's holding your hip still and a small beach ball sitting on your lap. We're going to curl our spines over that beach ball. So hips are holding still, lower spine's holding still, chin's going to drop down to your throat, head's going forward, shoulders are coming forward, but imagine you're trying to go over that beach ball. And then roll back up, lift your chin, lift your chest. Again, we're not leaning backwards, it's just the upper spine, our hips are holding still. And again, bring your chin in towards your throat, draw your navel in, curl up and over that imaginary beach ball. And then lift your chin, lift your chest. One more time. Make sure you're breathing. And then come back to center and do a little twist to one side. And come back to center. Do that again. Notice how it feels to twist to this side. Where do you feel like you get stuck? And then try it. We're going to do it just with our eyes. Same twist, same side, just with your eyes. So to do that, stick your thumb out in front of you. Focus on your thumb, keeping your head still. Just move your eyes, following your thumb as far as you can go. And then bring that thumb back in front of you. Do that one more time, keeping your eyes focused on your thumb without letting the head turn to the side. Easier said than done. Place your hands back onto the back of your head, the arm position you're tired of. You can change it to cross your hands onto your breastbone, that's fine too. And same twist. And see if maybe you go just a little bit further that time. It's magic. Okay, try the other side. Try just the twist. A couple of times, noticing how far you can go. Where do you feel stiff? And now just the eyes. We're going to let our eyes teach our brain what we're really capable of. One more time, tracking your thumb with your eyes. Try not to let the head turn. And one more spine twist. See if you can go any further or if it feels more comfortable. Come back to center, open your arms out to a T and little airplane arms. Again, for now, we're just going to keep our pelvis still. And keep breathing. And feel how one waist lengthens and one waist shortens as you do this. And notice if it's easier to tip to one side or the other. One more time. And then come back to center. We're going to keep working these arms. Turn your palms to face up. Make muscle man arms. And let them both, those fists drop down. Let the shoulders roll forward slightly also. That's fine. And then fists back up. And keep breathing. And then have just one fist go down. So that shoulder's going to come forward. So it might start to get you into a little spine twist also. That's okay. And then switch. And keep breathing. Keep growing tall. One more time. And come back to center. Relax your arms. You need to rub your arms for a moment. Go ahead. Now I want to start using your legs a little bit. So you either have your hands in your lap. You could also reach the arms forward. Again, sitting up nice and tall. And if you forgot, like, where exactly do I need to be? Remember this guy. Remember the tip forward and backwards and find that spot in the middle. So find that position. Your feet are flat right underneath your knees. And you're going to pick up one foot and lower it back down and then switch. So for right now, we're just thinking lift the leg. We're going to add the foot into it momentarily. We're going to see how adding the foot into it helps this exercise. Right now, the foot's just sort of dead weight. One more set. And now let's focus on our feet. So what we're going to do, again, start with the feet flat. Lift just one heel and put it back down. Repeat that. And you're trying to pick it straight up, put it straight back down without it swinging out in the other directions or getting kind of wonky and wobbly as it goes up and down. Straight up, straight down, and your toes stay nice and long and spread out. One more time and then switch feet. So you're just picking up your heel and putting it back down, trying to keep the toes spread wide and long. And see if they have a tendency to want to crunch and curl under. See if you can spread them out a little bit. And you can, like I'm just kind of peeking down, keep an eye on them. One more time. And then we're going to add, like we're jumping. We're not jumping. Where the foot's going to be is going to do the action of jumping, just one foot at a time. So you're going to lift your heel, push with those toes, put your toes down, put your heel down, lift your heel, point those toes. So you're trying to push off those toes, which is what our toes do or should do when we're walking. That's what propels us forwards. The foot that's in the back when you're walking pushes us forward by this action. So we're just practicing in a seated position just to feel what that feels like, but just know that you could do the same motion as you go for a walk. And notice if you don't use your toes when you walk. One more. And then switch feet. So lift the heel, push with the toes, lower your heel, push. So you're really trying to get that whole foot off the floor just for a moment, and then the ball of the foot comes back down, and then the heel. And I'm trying to point the toes without letting them crunch under. One more time, and then we're going to try that other leg lifting exercise with the toe pushing. So here we go, lift the heel, push, and switch. Oh, so so sometimes we use a little momentum in Pilates. So I'm using that propulsion created by the toes to make my leg go just a little bit higher. One more time. And then you're going to walk your feet wide. You can sit here and hang out. This feels like enough of a stretch. You could also flat back over and stay here for a stretch. If you have a healthy spine, you can also drop all the way down. And if that feels nice, you can do that too. So your choice, either just having the knees separated and hinging yourself forward, or you can let yourself hang all the way forward for a stretch. And then zip back up, bring the legs back towards each other, stretch one leg out in front. If you need to scoot yourself forward, I'm actually going to turn sideways so you can see this a little bit better. So I'm scooting up to the edge of my chair, my leg is going to be out, and I'm going to stretch forward. Okay, you can either, again, hinge forward, or you could curl forward, whatever feels the best. If you have any disc issues or osteopenia or osteoporosis of the spine, you might want to consider just the hinge. If you're not sure, speak to your doctor about that. Oh, hi, Cece. And then you'll switch legs. Excuse me. So again, hinging, or you can hang over, reach for your toes. We're holding this stretch, so it should be a gentle stretch. If it's really painful, back off a little bit. And now what I'm going to do, we're going to continue to use our chair. Everyone turn yourself to the side. You're going to have one leg closest to the back of your chair. That leg is going to actually stay close to the front of the chair. You can either hold on to the chair itself, the back of the chair, the front of the chair, and slide the other leg just so the kneecap is pointed down. So if you feel like a little too unstable, hold on to the back of your chair or hold on to the arm of your chair and stay there and breathe. So you're thinking, sitting up nice and tall, the kneecaps aimed down towards the floor. And while you're here, reach up with the arm of the same leg that you're stretching and side bend towards the back of your chair. Turn yourself around to the other side. So the leg that's closest to the back, that foot is flat. It's the leg that's on the chair. This tush and leg are off of the chair. Again, hold on to the back of the chair if you need some support. You're trying to get this knee to point down towards the floor, and that's okay if it doesn't get there. If it's somewhere forward a little bit, if you're a little too tight, that's okay. So you're trying to squeeze here in your tush, kneecaps pointed down, belly's drawing in. Just stay here and breathe for a little stretch. And then reach that arm up and side bend towards the back of your chair. And come back up. And you are all done. Again, happy Pilates day.